Hello everyone, my name is PJ and I'm the Assistant Resident Director of Unity RLC housed in McLaughlin-Walsh Residence Hall. Today I'll take you on a tour of our building, and you can see this is a 360-degree camera, so I encourage you to click and drag on your screen left and right so you can rotate around. Now we're starting our tour outside of McLaughlin-Walsh's main entrance in the quad. This quad is surrounded by 3 residence halls: McLaughlin-Walsh, Dunn, and Swig. McLaughlin-Walsh houses around 250 first-year and sophomore students in traditional-style double rooms. That means 2 residents per room with communal bathrooms on each floor. Now if you look around the quad, you'll notice a sand volleyball court, picnic tables, charcoal grills, hammock poles, and plenty of grassy area. The 4th building in our quad is the Benson Memorial Center to my right. Now, Benson is the student hub of campus that has our dining hall and tons of campus resources, as well as student clubs. The Multicultural Center, the Career Center, the Office of Student Life, the mailroom, the Office of Accessible Education, they're all located in that building, and much, much more. It's really great for our residents to be so close to Benson. Now we're going to enter McLaughlin-Walsh through the main entrance and step into the lobby. Straight ahead is our front desk. This desk is staffed by student desk assistants. They serve as another layer of security in our building, as well as offer resources to our residents. Residents are able to come here to check out kitchen supplies, cleaning supplies, vacuums, games, and more from the desk. The desk also has a black and white printer that residents are able to remotely print to. Above the desk, you can see Welcome to Unity RLC and our theme, Diversity as a Catalyst for Civic Engagement. Unity was born out of the Unity movements on campus. These movements also led to the creation of the Multicultural Center. Our residents here tend to have a passion or interest in diversity and social justice, and here they'll find programs and bulletin boards that encourage them to explore different ways of thinking, as well as explore social justice topics. Directly to the right of the front desk is the resident director office. Now this office location makes them really accessible to students. And if you look on the right wall, you'll see the Unity calendar. This is where we'll be posting what events are happening in and around our community. Additionally, if you look left and right on either wall, you'll see 2 large photos of our custodial workers. This is actually a senior capstone project. A past Unity resident came back and took photos of 2 of our long-term custodial workers, and the workers wrote what they hope to be remembered for. We're really happy that we're able to support our custodial workers and our past student by purchasing those. Now, if you look on the right, you'll notice our first floor lounge. Each floor has its own lounge and kitchen. And over here is the Unity Commons. So this is our event space. It's also used as a classroom during the day. But besides that, students can come here to study, hang out, and it's where our community facilitators and campus partners will put on events. Past events include Real Talk Difficult Dialogue discussions, interfaith dinners with campus ministry, karaoke nights, and this is where the club on campus, Vinny's, comes to prepare meals for those experiencing homelessness in San Jose. Also, if you look on the back wall, you'll notice Unity t-shirts framed. Each year, one of our Unity resident designs a t-shirt, and we have them made for our building. Moving back towards the lobby, if you look left and right in either direction, you'll notice 2 sets of double doors. These double doors serve as an extra layer of security and privacy between the lobby and our residential spaces. As I said, we have classes in our commons as well as events that are open to the campus, and this way, if someone's visiting an event, they cannot enter our residential spaces still, and you do have privacy. Over here, there are 2 all-gender restrooms. There are vending machines for snacks and drinks, and there are 2 offices, one for our live-in faculty director and one for the assistant resident director, who I am. Now I'm going to take you up to the second floor where we'll check out some more spaces, including our lounge, laundry room, and a residential room. Now, McLaughlin-Walsh used to be two separate buildings, and a few years ago they were both renovated and combined into the central structure that we're now standing in. So everything in here is pretty up to date. Stepping out onto the second floor, if you look in either direction, you'll notice there are no longer those double doors, and that's because we no longer have the lobby, so you can see the full length of our building. And here is the second floor lounge. If you look around, you'll see we have a smart TV with an HDMI input so you can plug in your laptop or gaming console. We have a study space and whiteboard and plenty of seating. Over here is the kitchen. Each floor has its own lounge and kitchen. So we have full-size appliances. Residents are able to use this space whenever they want, and they're able to check out items, kitchen supplies, from the front desk, as I mentioned. Now I will show you the laundry room. The second and third floor have their laundry rooms on the floors themselves. They look exactly like this. And then the first floor has two laundry rooms located in the basement. Now, McLaughlin-Walsh has 3 floors, and they're split in half by the lounges, so we consider it to have 6 wings. 4 of those wings are co-ed, and 2 of them are single-sex. So right now on the third floor, half of the floor is all female, and the other half is all male. We're the only residential building with that option, so if that is something you are interested in, you're able to mark that on the housing application. Here's a residential room. You can look around. You'll see each resident gets their own bed frame and mattress, and the bed frame is adjustable. It can move up and down. Each resident also gets a desk chair, a set of desk drawers, 3 movable and stackable dresser drawers, and you can see the large vanity, mirror, and sink with plenty of storage. Now behind me are the 2 closets, so you can look left and right and see both of them. So they get 2 separate closets, which is really nice that you don't have to split one, and they're actually pretty deep. We'll go right across the hall to the bathroom. So this is one example of our bathrooms. They all look pretty similar. You can see it's nicely updated. Here is a shower. And these bathrooms are cleaned once a day by our custodial workers. The time they're cleaned every day is the same, and it's posted on the door so you know when that is. Again, there are 2 bathrooms on each wing, so 4 bathrooms on each floor. Next, I will show you the 2 basements that we have. Here is the McLaughlin basement. You can see we have a piano room with a study space and whiteboard. And in this room, we have a large laundry room. It's really nice to have this large laundry space so that if any of the other laundry rooms are fully occupied, you know that there's room for you down here. Here is our second basement. Now if you look around here, you'll notice a ping pong table, pool table, foosball table, tons of couches, study spaces with whiteboards, and a large projector that's great for watching movies and listening to music. There's also another laundry room down in this basement. Now we're going to end our tour by walking outside of one of McLaughlin-Walsh's side doors. Now this side door actually locks at 7 p.m. each night, so after that time residents have to use the main entrance where a desk assistant will be sitting at the front desk. Walking outside of this side door, you can see our proximity to campus. Kenna Hall is on our left, and that has classrooms inside. A lot of academic buildings are to the left down that wide path, and Benson Memorial Center again is right here. That building again has our students' dining hall and tons of campus resources. I want to thank you again for coming on this tour of McLaughlin-Walsh Residence Hall with me today. I hope the tour was able to give you a sense of our building, and if you are a prospective student, I hope to see you in the fall.